All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with creating a long form type video. Now I'm recording this in the Mayflower Lakeside model home, and I'm sitting floor here. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and you know, holidays are always a bit hit and miss for real estate. I've had a couple people stop by. I was expecting a lot more people to stop by. So Mayflower Lakeside, if you're not familiar, is a community here just outside of Park City. It's probably a 15-minute drive into town, depending on traffic. And it is by the Deer Valley expansion, which is Mayflower, the Mayflower Mountain Resort by Extel Development. So we're a 380 home community out here in Park City. And I wanted to create a long form video for YouTube as I'm reading this book that's called The End of Marketing, which essentially is, if we don't embrace marketing, you know, in a digital age, then we're bound to be left behind. So I want to create valuable content for people here on YouTube, where you can basically just get a rundown of everything that's going on here in the community. So I have a lot of conversations on a daily basis about, you know, anything and everything real estate, anything and everything real estate development in the area, whether it's, you know, developments happening now, developments happening 5, 10, 15 years down the road. Lots of conversations about real estate development, as well as, hey, what restaurants are good, what trails, you know, we've got a lot of interconnected trails, what trails are good, what is the best resort, what's the best place to stay at. I had somebody shoot me a message on Instagram. They were wondering which hotels are the best hotels. So, I was talking to somebody in my office the other day, and they were asking, hey, like, what do you call yourself? Well, I'm a real estate advisor, but sometimes I consider myself a Park City concierge as well. So, anyways, this video, I wanted to talk specifically about real estate developments in the area. So I don't have a script. I'm just going to basically be going over what I know about and the basic amenities that I know about for some of the communities here in the Mayflower area. So there's essentially two main parts to the new developments going on in Mayflower, in the Mayflower Deer Valley expansion area. So there's what you have on the mountain, which is on one side of Highway 40, and it's where it's going to be attached to Deer Valley. They're going to have 9 new lifts, thousands of acres of new terrain to ski there on that side of the mountain. And that's on the west side of Highway 40, and that's going to be the base of the village. There's going to be probably about 10 to 12 different communities going up over the course of the next, 20, 30 years. They're going to be continually building that out. Now, on the east side of the Mayflower Mountain or Deer Valley expansion, you're going to have, it's considered the Jordanelle Reservoir side. And there's, a number of communities going up. So the ones that are available here on the east side, Mayflower Lakeside is one of those. I'm sitting in the model home for Mayflower Lakeside. And like I said, it's 380 homes that are going to be here in this community at Mayflower Lakeside. It's almost immediately across the street, across Highway 40 from the new Mayflower Mountain Deer Valley expansion resort. So literally like a 2 or 3 minute drive to Deer Valley from here. There is a gondola that's fully accessible, fully operational right now on this side of the mountain. It's already attached to Deer Valley. It attaches to, the legacy Deer Valley, if you will, and it is already operational. Whereas the new lifts that are going to be available in the expansion part of Deer Valley, they're going to be operational in the next 2 years. So 2 years from the 23-24 ski season, you're going to have those lifts as part of the new Deer Valley that are going to be operational. That's going to add on to the Jordanelle lift that you have here. So what are some of the communities here on the Jordanelle Reservoir side of the Mayflower area? So the one that I'm sitting in right now, I've mentioned it a few times, is Mayflower Lakeside, a mix of twin home products from 2,500 square feet to about 4,000 square feet. And so there's going to be 200 of those townhouse products. And then you also have in this community, you have a total of 180 condo units. And those condo units are about 1,600 square feet, and they're 3-bed, 2-bath, all the same floor plan on the condo units. Whereas here in the townhouses, you have a spread of 3 different floor plans, or they're twin homes, you have 3 different floor plans. So that's Mayflower Lakeside, and they're probably gonna be building this out. The developer is gonna be building this out for the next, I would say, 3 to 5 years. I would say probably about 30% of it is completed right now or on the market right now for sale. So if you have any questions on Mayflower Lakeside, let me know, because there is still product that we have available, as well as stuff that's not on the market that we can maybe discuss when it's going to come on the market, and the general pricing on Mayflower Lakeside. And that's probably as close as you're going to get to the resort in the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be a great community. There is a pool as an amenity, a clubhouse, hot tubs, and all of that. That is part of the community, as well as various neighborhood parks spread throughout the community with pickleball courts and such. So that's one of the communities here. There's another community that's just down the road from us, and it's by Hamlet Homes. It's called Sage Hen. So Sage Hen is kind of also a townhouse product, very different layout from what we have here, but similar price point, starting in the high ones to $2 million price point. And that's Hamlet Homes, Sage Hen. I can help you on that too. If you have any questions, let me know. Now, a little bit further down from Sage Hen, further down meaning it's further away from the Deer Valley Expansion Resort, there's a very, very heavy amenity driven community called Skyridge. Now, Skyridge started out as a for sale lot community. So they weren't selling townhomes, they weren't selling single family homes, they were just selling lots, and they still are selling lots. Those lots are a little bit larger, or some of them are a little bit larger, I should say. The ones that they have for sale right now vary from like 0.2 acres to, half an acre to, up to an acre. And the price points on those vary, but they're, close to the 700,000s on up to $1 million plus. When I say that it started out as a for sale lot community, what ended up happening is pre-COVID, a lot of people bought lots so that they could build on those lots and sell those homes. So what we're seeing is the vision of these builders come to fruition and start to hit the market today. And they've kind of been selling here and there for the past year or so. They are struggling a little bit on the ask prices for those Skyridge homes. They're single family homes that are built on these lots at Skyridge. Like I said, very, very amenity driven community there at Skyridge. And so if you have questions on that, that's a really, really good place to potentially get a deal right now, because builders are stuck with these carrying costs. The ask prices on them are a little bit high. They're still kind of like COVID era pricing. And so we've seen a lot of price reductions for a lot of those homes down there. Some are still selling if they're priced well from the start, but there are some that are having difficulty selling at Skyridge. Now, what are some of the amenities at Skyridge that I've been talking about? So they're gonna have an equestrian center. They're gonna have a golf course. It's gonna be a very small golf course, but probably some of the best views that you'll have in any golf course in all of Utah. It overlooks Jordanelle Resort. It overlooks, you have views of Deer Valley Resort, and it's just these expansive east to west views. So, 270-degree views basically from this golf course. They're gonna have a par 4, par 3, and a par 5 hole with basically par 3 flags interspersed with these. And there's various elevations, various difficulties amongst these par 3s and fours and fives, or 4 and 5, I should say, with these incredible views. It's almost like, an adult, putt-putt golf is what that's going to include. Now, adjacent to that, or close to that, is going to be a Topgolf type amenity. So you're going to have this driving range that's going to be open, same views, and it's going to have these various bays and it's going to be like Topgolf, so it's going to have scoring. It's going to, you know, be a place that's open to the public where you can come, you can get some of the best views that you'll ever have in any driving range in all of Utah, and just bring your family there. And that's just right down the road from where I'm at, Mayflower Lakeside. Now, you know, if we brought it back in a little bit closer, so that's Skyridge. Some of the other amenities they're going to have a big community clubhouse area where they're going to have a section open to the public. So it's going to be like a restaurant, basically, that's open to the public. But they're going to have a private member area for that community as well, in that little clubhouse. And eventually they're going to have you know, cabin type product that they're going to be offering. So instead of just selling lots, eventually down the road, they're going to start selling more of a cabin product, where it'll be nightly rentals and it'll kind of be a community amenity that's non-existent right now, but it will be down the road. So that's Skyridge. They also have trails. All these communities are going to have interconnected trails that go along, you know, kind of the Jordanelle, and you know, you'll have views, and it'll be really pretty way to get outdoors and experience the mountain lifestyle. Now, if we brought it a little bit closer to Mayflower Lakeside, before you get to Mayflower Lakeside, the turnoff to Mayflower Lakeside from the resort, there's a community called The Mason. So it's an existing condo building, and it's actually a really cool, well thought out expansion of that already existing condo community. So right now it's known as the Lodge at Stillwater, and when it's completed with its remodel and the developer's vision for it, it'll be, you know, it'll add 2 more buildings onto the existing building, and they're rebranding it The Mason. And so those are really cool. They're gonna have 1 to 3 bedroom condos, fully furnished down to, you know, like silverware included, so that you can use it as a nightly rental, or you can just have a completely turnkey property that's attached to a resort type community. They already have a pool existing. They're going to expand the pool there. They're going to build a restaurant. They're going to bring a restaurant in. They're going to have a bar. It's really going to be kind of a unique getaway for the pricing, because it's not attached to the resort. It's across Highway 40 from the resort, and so it's priced accordingly. So some really good deals, relatively speaking, at The Mason. So now, if you were to go further down, okay, so you know, if you look at it kind of like on a map, what you would see on this side of the freeway, we're on the east side of the freeway, across from Mayflower Mountain Resort, which is an expansion of Deer Valley. And so we're probably the community that's closest to the Jordanelle. Now, if you were to go a little bit further away from Mayflower Lakeside, you come across The Mason. And then if you go a little bit further away from the resort, north, then you start to come across Sage Hen. And then once you pass Sage Hen, you go to that community that I was talking about, Skyridge. So those are 4 communities that I'm highlighting right now, which are available. They have for sale product, from lots to condos at The Mason, to townhouses at Sage Hen, to the townhouses or twin homes that we have here at Mayflower Lakeside. Now, down the road, I'll be going over more of the other developments that you have, which, you know, so it's, there's a road called Jordanelle Parkway, that takes you to Sage Hen and Skyridge. Along that road, Jordanelle Parkway, you have a lot more communities planned, which are not available. They're probably, you know, 3 to 5 years down the road from even breaking ground right now. They're still figuring out how they want that master plan to look. And so that's further down the road. So I just covered what we have available with for sale product currently, and so hopefully you find that helpful. I'll put a link to these different developments in the description here on this YouTube video, so that you can have it as an easy reference. It'll probably just take you to my website, parkcitypropertyutah.com. And From there, you can ask me more questions on that. We can set up tours, or I can provide you info, connect you with the developer agents out there. If you have any questions on any of these communities, feel free to reach out. Now, since this is my first long form YouTube video in a while, I'll also turn this into a podcast so that I can, revamp the Park City Real Estate Podcast. I'm pretty sure 4 years ago today was the day that I started the Park City Real Estate Podcast, and so I'll be converting it on different platforms to make it easy. Everybody kind of has their preference on where they prefer to view or consume their content. So if you found this video helpful, if you have any more questions, comment, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel or this podcast, wherever you're finding or hearing this content. Would love to get in touch. I've already had a few people reach out to me via the various content that I create, and it's always a delight and a joy to know that I'm providing value enough that people want to work with me here in Park City. And so with that, I'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and look forward to connecting next time.